Welcome to the Kamado Show. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Coley. We are the brother-sister anime duo, and not in a love you like a brother-sister kind of way, but as in go ask our mom, she's the same person.
This show is an anime lover's safe haven catered toward the average anime lover, free from spoilers.
This episode, we are joined by Spirit Bomb's lead singer, Elaina Sekino, and guitarist Kevin Samuel, aka Tuning the World.
Spirit Bomb gathers all of the greatest anime songs and combines them into one explosive performance.
Elaina, Kevin, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Glad we finally made it.
Yeah. I'm so glad to finally have you guys on the show. I think the last time we saw each other was at your concert back in June at Pierre's Entertainment Center. By the way, thank you for having us as part of your show that day.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for hosting and being part of it. It was a fun time. Had a good night. A lot of amazing memories.
Feels
So
like yesterday.
Yeah, sure. That was so fun.
That was known as Fort Wayne's Redemption arc that night.
Yeah, we marketed it as such.
Yeah. Well, it was so neat because it basically kind of played off of that. I'll let you explain this in a little more detail, Kevin, but and you can correct any details if I'm wrong here, but it played off of this YouTube video that kind of blew up almost overnight or something like that, right? It's 63,000 views.
Yeah, so this was following up our previous concert from last year, November of 2024. We played Pierre's, and we had a segment in the middle of the night where we played number one from Bleach, and we had a moment, kind of a meme brought to life on stage where Aizen stops, Ichigo in his tracks, and we cut that into the show to actually happen to the song, and we kind of labeled that whole video Aizen stops the concert, and literally like within a couple of weeks it just started, this is tracking on the algorithm. All of a sudden we're at like 50,000, and then it's 100,000, then it's 250,000, then 500,000. Now we're like sitting at 750, on our way to 1 million probably before the end of the year on that video alone, which is pretty shocking. The Bleach
amazing.
Community is pretty rabid, so
That is amazing.
yeah, we were pretty stunned by it, and we kind of leaned into it. We're like, let's try some more kind of memes brought to life moment stuff and see what happens. And that's kind of usually the content that works, especially like on the internet and YouTube and social media. It's like what's going to catch people's attention, and that seemed to do the trick.
But the redemption arc thing came up because we kept getting all these comments where people were like, ooh, dead crowd. Fort Wayne is lame. And it's because you couldn't really hear. I mean, the crowd was cheering, but sometimes it doesn't pick up on the show mics, and so you couldn't really hear them.
Yeah, that's a pro tip, is that, we were taking a mix from off the board, and all the mics are heavily gated, meaning that when I'm not talking, it should be dead silent. So that's where a lot of people just don't hear the crowds too much.
Yeah.
But we're not going to put in canned applause and all that stuff, like a laugh track, like on a sitcom or something. But maybe we should try that.
I mean, that was the idea for the redemption arc, was to get some more crowd enthusiasm.
So we wanted to, speaking of which, because the other comment that was really prevalent was, hey, they should have followed that up with Treachery, which is Aizen's theme. And so we're like, well, let's listen to the community. So we did it, and that's just, back in June, what we did is the redemption arc, and we did a whole Bleach kind of medley and everything, and I dressed up as Aizen and came out and got the crowd all riled up, and I was like threatening them, you better be really wound up and crazy, and here we go, we're filming this and everything. So we took that and chopped that up to do the follow-up to to that video that blew up, and so far it's been actually not working at all. So
Oh, no.
who knows? The
whole
internet's got a
plan.
mind of its own. Yeah, that was not part of the plan. So
Not part of the plan.
we'll try again. It's hit in certain social media, like Instagram. It did a little bit better, but YouTube has been a little slow launch on there. So we'll see. It was shot at a different angle too, so I think that might have impacted it. So got to try new things.
Okay. So did you say Fort Wayne's redeemed now?
So far, no.
No.
The internet just doesn't understand. I don't think you can ever win over the internet. So not irredeemable to the internet, but it still holds a close place in our heart because it's technically our home.
Okay.
Fort Wayne will have plenty of chances. We play here once or twice a year, so.
Yeah, we're going to get to that later on the podcast, but I am and maybe you can take this over from here. We want to kind of get into a little bit of the band history and you guys coming together here.
Yeah. So how did the band meet? How did you guys all originally get together?
First of all, I guess it was me and Elaina to start. We were together in a wedding band, and it was kind of a big group of people right around the town that goes off and plays gigs and does the thing, right? So this was like a smaller gig that me and Elaina and another guy were doing to go play acoustic stuff essentially, and we just got to talking about like kind of her background and all that, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. You're Japanese American, and I love anime, and you should sing for my new idea of a band. Or no, I asked her to come on my channel, which is Tuning the World. I started that during the COVID and everything. I was going to do anime covers on guitar, and most of it's like instrumental covers and stuff, and a little bit more of like the kind of old stuff that I wanted to kind of revitalize and bring back, because anime was becoming popular once again because of a lot of people had a lot of time on their hands to
As
be
it
at home.
should.
Yeah, yeah. So a lot of I guess ideas that I had were to like, well, this would be really cool to let's maybe put something together we can do live. And Elaina suggested that too after we did our Cowboy Bebop video.
Yeah, so we did See You Space Cowboy, and then kind of as an offhand comment, I was like, hey, I bet there's a market for this kind of music. Like if we were going to perform it live, like I bet that we could get hired to do things. And the next thing I knew, I'm getting bombarded with texts from Kevin like, oh my gosh, I bought us a domain and I bought us this logo and I've named us, and I was like, oh, what have I done?
I have a background with obviously being in bands, and I played in quite a few original projects. So I'd already had kind of cut my teeth with doing that independent stuff, DIY kind of thing for a long time. Then I was just like, if we're going to make it happen, I'm going to do it the good old Kevin way, which is just all in, let's make it happen. And
Yep, that's
and
what
get
happened.
all the things that we need to do. Because I also have a background of running all the tech stuff, behind the scenes stuff, and putting the whole show together, and video footage, and all the marketing, and all the stuff you see,
Really
essentially.
the heart and soul of a lot of it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know how that. I know how that feels. Comparing this to the podcast, do a lot of the behind the scene type of stuff, the technical stuff, getting the microphones set up and all that.
Yeah, and it's just honestly like kind of underserved. I haven't seen too many tribute bands that play at kind of like a professional level, that have a concert, level production, and like take it kind of more seriously. Of course, conventions have been around for a long time, and thought we'd break into that scene and see if we can elevate it to some degree and kind of bring like a little bit more of a higher end experience for fans and all that, because there's kind of a more tradition thing with like raves and that kind of thing, and like other kind of solo performances, but also not a whole lot of opportunity for like Japanese artists to come to the United States in general. You've seen that fewer and further between over the years, and it was a good opportunity to like start something and get it out there as a tribute, and bring it all together.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, when we started, what are we, 4 years in? There wasn't, I had never heard of an anime tribute band. Not one that wasn't, like a bunch of high school boys in somebody's basement. And so
So you have heard of those though?
Yes. But a lot of what, I think when we started, a lot of this stuff was kind of happening at the same time. Now there's a couple of different acts like across the country, but I think that ours is unique because, well, the level of professionalism, like all the stuff that you bring to it. As far as I know, I'm the only Japanese American singer involved in one of these projects. And I think that that makes a really big difference. Like, I was born in Japan. I'm a dual citizen. I grew up speaking both languages. I never went to school in Japan, so I kind of speak Japanese like, a third grader or something. But I am technically a native speaker. And I've actually used Spirit Bomb as I've been like memorizing, oh my God, how many songs? I've been using it to work on my reading and writing. So I can now read much better than I could at the beginning of this project, which I think is awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's had a lot of unexpected little advantages. Plus, we've gotten to do a bunch
Omerito.
of travel. We've been performing like all over the country. It's been super fun. And it's nice to bring that element of like some traditional representation. Like I always try to wear like a little bit of traditional garb at all of our shows, even if it's just like a little piece of flair or something, just to bring some of that authenticity into it. Yeah.
Some of those kimono outfits that you've worn, those have been so cool to see.
Yeah, I have so much fun putting those outfits together. And a lot of times I just bring a bunch of pieces to an event and then I just throw something together backstage. It's an art. What can I say?
Yeah.
There's two other people that aren't here. Our bass player Oni and our fantastic multi-talented drummer and singer too, Damien. We technically met Damien first. I'll get to Oni in a bit, but he's been around for thousands of years. But Damien actually approached us after our first event we did publicly,
Cherry Blossom Festival,
which was Fort Wayne Cherry Blossom Festival 2022, right? Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was that 2022, and also it was the first time I think I kind of met you because you came out to do like the cosplay competition with your son at the time, and you were dressed up as Goku.
Oh, you remember that?
Yeah.
You were there for
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, really? Oh, wow.
And you had, I think you had a Nimbus cloud that you made.
Yes,
too.
yep.
So you had him
We
as
usually have
Gohan.
it sitting right here in our podcast, but yeah, I didn't have it for this one.
Yeah,
But.
You gotta
I
pick up
remember
that
that
picture.
because I remember it was like, that guy's cool, and he's got his little boy as Gohan, and like you got up there and you threw him on your shoulder, and
I'm
did the
amazed
thing.
you remember that.
A core memory of Spirit Bomb, right?
Perfect.
But it was a good day. I mean, we had a fun time doing that. It was packed out there, and I think that was the last year they did it at the library downtown because it was just jam packed and people everywhere. So they needed more room to spread the event out, and that's when they moved it over to PFW, which we've played every year since. But anyway, Damien had saw us there because he was just strolling by with his little kiddo and his wife, and he'd reached out to us on Instagram and was just like, hey, if you guys ever need a drummer, I'm totally down. I didn't know him at all. I'm like, you work with me. How do I not know you? And he just, recently started not too long ago and everything. And
Okay.
it's a big company, but we totally connected. And I'm like, yeah, man, let's do a little audition. He came in and just didn't need much at all. And he just did the thing. And it was
He's
perfect,
fabulous.
fit like a glove. Yeah.
He's been a great addition.
Yeah, and he's just so talented, like as just a singer, and his like creative mind, and it's just been blessed to have him in the project. And then Oni,
Before you skip on,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Damien is actually learning Japanese, and he's doing a darn good job. It's really fun because now we can kind of like joke in Japanese and talk crap about Kevin. He doesn't even know. So you better jump on the Japanese bandwagon.
Catch on here and there.
No, we never talk about you.
No, I know.
But yeah, I'm really proud of him. He's doing great, and his accent is awesome. So
Yeah. And then Oni, him and I go way back, but he is really, really old. That's why he wears the mask. But no, he's so good. He's so good looking. He's the best looking member of the band, male member of the band, that's for sure. And
I'm both the best and worst looking female member of the
can't
band.
he can't actually speak, obviously, because he's an Oni, right? And he's got the mask on.
Okay.
So. But he lays it down, solid foundation, and really is just a fun, like, he's a fun time, first of all, but just fun to watch because he's doing his thing on stage, playing bass, which is a huge instrument to be like wielding around, but he's a big guy too, so be careful.
Well, you've known him for
jacked.
years, like decades, right? Yeah.
Decades,
Yeah.
almost. I feel like it's getting up there now. But yeah, me and Oni go back to previous other bands that we've done and everything too, and he's just always been like a creative person that I've always had a good link with, and writing music, especially original music with, and we've done a few albums together, and yeah, it's been just a natural way of being like, hey, we need a bass player. I got a guy. And
So cool how there's the whole crew just formed together
Yeah.
over, because I think the
The spirit bomb.
yeah.
exactly.
Hey,
That's all I had to do.
That's very clever.
Yeah.
Hence the name. Yeah.
So what was the first anime song you guys learned to play?
As a band, well, I guess
Cowboy.
I guess for us it was See You Space Cowboy, which was just a YouTube thing, right? And it wasn't the first song I ever learned to play, but that's a tough one because it kind of goes back for me for many, many, many years ago, like when I was getting into anime back in like the late 90s or whatever. And
You're like, you hear the opening song. It's like, oh, I think that'd be so cool to be able to play that.
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
him.
Technically, I guess our first song we did as Spirit Bomb was Gurenge that we put out.
Yeah, I
officially
mean,
to
what you
YouTube.
heard at that first Cherry Blossom Festival, that was like the first stuff that we performed together on that outdoor stage.
Yeah, so we did like Chala, Head Chala, and we did like Death Note, The World, and
If we're going back further, the origin story, like I remember I used to go back and forth to Japan a lot when I was a kid because my whole mom's side of the family still lives over there. And I remember like singing anime songs at like karaoke, like Japanese style karaoke. So I would do like Sailor Moon and Pokemon, like way, back in the 90s as a little kid with my mic. Yeah. So,
but it would be the original Japanese Pokemon. So.
Yeah. Yes. The one that you never let me do.
Yeah, we do. We just played it. I looked. We did. We just played it this summer.
But yeah, it really, now I'm, I get to do it as an adult. It's pretty cool.
The real problem that Spirit Bomb has is making a set of music and deciding what songs to do, because it is a vast, at this point, we're like 100-something songs to choose from, and not everybody's got all that time to dedicate to Spirit Bomb at a concert. We pull a lot out, and it's usually about a 2-hour ordeal when you come to our show.
It's not an ordeal. It's very enjoyable. Please come.
You have so many songs in your repertoire. How long does it take for you guys to, like, as all four of you come to, like, learn and be able to perform all that together? You guys have so many songs.
We try to do them in chunks, where when we have a good little period of time where we don't have shows, we'll be like, hey, Elaina, I got 24 songs.
This is literally what happens. Kevin sends me 25 songs. I'm like, Kevin, you pick 5. And then he picks them, and then we learn them. Well, as long as I listen to them and make sure I don't hate them, and then we learn
I totally
them.
hate them, but yeah.
But if I hate one, then I'll
we're-
usually veto it.
We find compromises, yeah.
Yeah. But we don't rehearse super often.
Oh, no?
Like with
That's what I was gonna
professional
follow up with.
musicians, the way it usually works is you come together, you have 1 or 2 rehearsals, and you play a show. So we kind of
It's kinda
operate like that.
yeah.
We all have full-time jobs. We've got like families, other things, a lot of travel happening. So we do our homework, we get together, and once we get together, it's like 85-90% of the way there. So, as long as you come prepared, you can make it happen pretty
in this
quickly.
day and age, like me, I'm in the studio and working a lot, and I'll just put the tracks all together that we need. I'll send them to everybody. Elaina will send me some like backup vocals and stuff that we want to have live that I'm not going to sit there and sing, or Oni, because he can't talk.
Well, you guys are also busy. You're, doing something.
Yeah,
so,
but it
yeah.
just enhances the show a lot, and we kind of have things locked in, especially like with the way our show format runs. Technically, from start to finish, I hit play and it just goes, and everything's synced up. Video, our lighting, what we hear in our ears to let us know what's coming next. Little jokes that I like to tell
Kevin
in our ears.
whispering in everyone's ear.
Now we've grown up quite a bit and learned a lot, and especially me learning a lot technically and how to make the show flow.
So you guys have composed a couple original songs. Have there been like certain animes in mind when you wrote these songs, or if you were to be approached by an animation studio, like to play your song as an opening or a closing, is there a certain genre that you'd hope for?
Yeah,
or
we
a certain anime in
stylistically
mind?
lean a lot towards rock and metal and mix in a good fusion of things, honestly. And I've just come from that with like progressive rock and fusion background already. So like Asai Yume was our first like written song together, original written song.
Yeah, we've never done it like with a specific anime in mind, but like well, for example, there was like an opportunity that came up for me to collaborate with a composer who does a lot of like NFL and what else does he do? Like a lot of
It's called
sports.
sync licensing. So like
Yeah.
basically a composer or a guy like me that just has a studio that will make and produce like ideas and music and send them off to a library, and it gets hopefully picked up by some Microsoft or Apple or TV company of some sort, Pokemon or whatever. And basically you get paid off of the sync license as a royalty from that. And it's proven to work, because I got a call from a buddy that I work with, and they're like, hey, we got this offer to do basically a J-rock Japanese anime style track, and we need a Japanese vocalist for it, of course, right? And I'm like, well, glad you called, because I know somebody I hit up Elaina. I'm like, do you want to do this track? We need to do it tomorrow.
It was the last day of finals at PFW where I teach. And so I like finished finals, went home, wrote the melody and lyrics for this song, and then we recorded it the next day. And then Kevin sent it in that evening. And actually, Kevin, your vocals are on that too. You're yelling, fight, fight. But anyway, that ended up getting placed in the War Leviathan trailer. War Thunder Leviathan.
Yeah, War Thunder video game franchise. Yeah. Big
So
time.
I think that's how a lot of this works. Like you write stuff and then if somebody likes it, like they pick it up.
Yeah. Apparently they liked it a lot. Yeah.
But I think, you know, if you were going to write with somebody, they would have to maybe like approach you first, which, hey, please give us a call. Like if you're making an anime, we would be happy to collaborate with you. That would be amazing. But yeah, to answer your question, we don't really write with like a specific one in mind. Yeah.
Okay. But for that one, you kind of did. Attack on Titan was a little bit of influence for Tatakae.
Tatakae? Well, I wasn't thinking of, I was just thinking of like general anime fight songs. Yeah. You know, like anime hype.
Yeah. But when you go to that comment section on that video, everybody's throwing Attack on Titan references because that's what they know it from. It's like,
yeah, but
most
it doesn't.
Westerners are going to be like, Tatakae.
To me, that song doesn't feel like Attack on Titan because Attack on Titan has like a lot of orchestral music. It's, there's like German in it. That song feels more like something like Demon Slayer. I don't know.
Yeah, and the track was not like, I mean, it was a good rock track. It sounded more like a One Punch Man opening.
Yeah. It's more like punchy.
Yeah, punchy. So our approach to writing songs together as a band, like, so Asai Yume, it's just me in the studio coming up with the demo, and then I'll send it to Elaina and be like, hey, got any ideas?
And then I write the vocal melody and the lyrics, and then we kind of go back and forth until we've got something we both like, and then we hop in the studio and record it. So it works really well. Yeah.
And for last year, we did our second single, which was Soro Soro. And we went a little bit more into like the production value of that, and I went back to an old producer that worked with us, previously. I worked with my other band previously, and he's got a lot of credit and everything. He's worked with like Animals as Leaders, and Carnival is out of Australia. His name's Forrester Saville. And I was like, do you want to do an anime song? He's like, yeah, mate. Sure. I don't know. He's thinking that in his head. We were just emailing each other, different time zones. It's kind of hard to talk to people in Australia on the phone. But
sure, yeah.
So he was down. Obviously, we got a great mix out of it, and what I was hoping, like as far as like professional.
I was really happy with that one. It sounds great.
It did. It turned out just powerful. And then we did a goofy video for it, and it's a mainstay for our shows. It's one of the, I guess, more fun songs, original songs for us to play.
And we're debuting. Well, we already debuted it. It's our Fort Wayne debut, isn't it? For Beyonce on November 1st. So we'll be doing a new original.
Song. Can you talk about that a little more? That concert, and you can even talk about that song that you're mentioning. The upcoming concert at Sweetwater, November 1st, 6:00, right?
Doors at 6,
doors
shows
at
at 7.
6. Okay.
Yeah, inside, by the way. If people think it's outside in this like pavilion, it's not. It's inside.
It's inside, and there are seats. So if you struggle with like an open format, this is a good show for you. It's all ages
theater
too.
Seating.
Yeah, your kids aren't going to get trampled.
And we've played in there. It was our first time we played back in 2023. Was at Sweetwater.
First show, we sold it out, hoping to sell out again. Fingers crossed.
Gotta be packed.
Anything else we should, I guess,
cosplay? Definitely would love to see.
Please wear your cosplay.
Yeah, come out, have fun. Just you can still be lively. I mean, it is seated, but you can get up and hop around, be silly. Like that's what we want.
We usually end up with people either standing up in front of the seats, or like people will like cluster and just start dancing. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, probably don't want to run up on the stage and like do like any like stage bombs off.
Probably not. Keep people safe.
But it's a great theater, and it's gonna sound awesome. And we got a lot planned for that night. Halloweeb night.
Halloweeb night. So bring costumes. You guys gonna be in costumes?
We have plans. We won't share them yet, but we do have plans.
Oh, okay. Now at the Pierre's Entertainment Center, I know that was a tradition. It was all ages event, but there's also like drinks and stuff served. Are they gonna have that there at Does Sweetwater do that?
No, there's no alcohol.
But the show's at 7, so you go to the show. You can go out afterwards. It's Saturday night.
That was kind of our idea too. It was like it's gonna be early enough. Also, the time changes, so it falls back an hour, so you get a whole nother extra hour.
Forgot about
So
that.
you get to go party it up all night. But we'll start at start it with us.
You talked about Cherry Blossom Festival, and I want to take a minute, like considering the Fort Wayne community. Your band attracts a huge audience, really making a big contribution to the Cherry Blossom Festival. Can you talk about how you got involved in that? As we are on the community Fort Wayne, air on the Fort Wayne community channels. Can you guys talk about Cherry Blossom Festival?
Yeah, I'm going to go back. So when I first moved to Fort Wayne, I moved here for a position at a vocal arts company called Heartland Sings. And I stayed with a board member named Dorothy Kataka. And she's a fourth generation Japanese person, one of the few Japanese people I've met in Fort Wayne. But she was for a long time the chair of the board of the Cherry Blossom Festival. And that's how I was roped into being on the board of the Cherry Blossom Festival for several years. So when we started Spirit Bomb, I was still doing that. I've had to step down now, not because I didn't love it, but just because I have run out of time. So it was easy for me to get us that slot. And then that just kind of became an integral, like, annual thing that we did. I think it's so cool that Fort Wayne, like this little town, 268,000 people, have this Cherry Blossom Festival that attracts, I think it's like,
It's several thousand.
It's thousands of people every year, and just that enthusiasm, not just at the Cherry Blossom Festival, but at all these like conventions and events like for Japanese anime and culture. I always find that so exciting and humbling. And yeah, it's really heartwarming, and it's nice to be able to do that at the community and kind of see our friends and family in the audience. Yeah.
That is our favorite part of the festival, is seeing Spirit Bomb perform
Always look
there.
forward to that.
We will always be there.
We attend that.
Yeah, we've done a few cultural festivals too, like outside of Fort Wayne.
Okay.
But obviously that one's near and dear
Just
to our
near and
hearts.
dear, yeah.
And speaking of always being there, which you said, we want to surprise you guys with a little something. Elaina, maybe you can do us the honors of hanging this up. Nicole, you'll have to slide your seat out. Elaina, you might have to take your headphones off so that you don't, since you're attached there. We would like to hang your guys' poster up next to ours. And we want to have this up on our podcast from now on.
That's so
I already have the
Thank you, guys.
nail hole placed there.
Hopefully I can successfully.
Yeah, it might take a little bit of playing around to get that, Nicole. Maybe you can help her, or maybe I can. You got it. All right, awesome.
Woohoo.
So we want to have this on our
Thank you.
podcast from now on. We really wanted to have you guys be the ones to hang it up. We didn't want to just hang it up ourselves.
Arigato.
So we want to have the
Thank you.
poster up
That's
from
awesome.
now on our show. So
Appreciate that.
That's
Yeah.
so sweet of you.
Yep.
Thank you. Arigato
Rocks, guys.
gozaimashita.
we were honored that you guys are able to place it up
I'll
there.
have
We
to
really
like
wanted say
re-sign it.
Yeah, that was
It's just it.
yeah.
Yeah, the poster size is like 11 by 17.
That was the only thing.
But
I
it
felt really
pulled
bad about that because
it's fine.
that's just the frames that ours is that. So I wanted to make it match.
That's so awesome.
that's
Thank you,
so
guys.
cute.
Yep. Yeah. No, thank you guys. We're so happy to have you guys on the show. Finally, we were talking.
We've been
talking
wanting you
about
guys on the
We're
show
like,
for
I
a
wanna
long
have
time.
these guys on the show
Yeah. Happy to
Yeah.
finally be here.
someday.
yeah.
We'll finally make this.
How many episodes are you at now?
Well, we have special episodes that we're so we call them the specials. Regular ones we're at 26. If you count this and some of the other ones, I think we have 3 specials, so this would be like the 3rd special. So really we're at about 29, 30 almost now.
Right on.
Getting up there.
Congrats.
You are my
Getting up there.
specials.
And now you've got one with Spirit Bomb.
Yeah, I love it.
Sweet.
Well, Elaina, Kevin, thank you again for joining us today.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks.
Appreciate you having us.
Well, we'll see you guys November 1st at Sweetwater at 6 o'clock at doors, right? And show at 7.
That's right. And
All right.
also, if you want to get tickets, we have a special deal we're running. The code is Bomb Squad BOGO, so
Bomb
that
Squad
gets you a
BOGO.
discount plus a freebie.
Sweet.
Got to jump on that.
Yep.
Yes, and for those streaming the video version of our podcast, details are on the screen.
For any updates, you can follow Spirit Bomb online and on social media by searching Spirit Bomb Band.
All right, and that's all for today's episode of the Kamado Show. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Coley. Thanks for tuning in. Don't be a Kamado. Like and subscribe to our channel for more anime fun with your favorite brother-sister anime duo.
Yes, and let us know what you'd like us to talk about or if you'd like to be a guest on the show. And we will see you next time on the Kamado Show.
Done.